Hi there, Mouseketeers! Welcome to the Disneyland Beat, where our toes tap to a Disneyland drum.
And we always whistle while we work.
There are credible rumors going around that the PeopleMover may be restored and returned to Disneyland.
This is really incredible news. Apparently, Tomorrowland will be going a major but budget-conscious overhaul in the next few years. Announcements are expected at this September's D23 conference in Anaheim.
Come on into the parks with us as we discuss this futuristic possibility.
Like, subscribe, and stick around.
Disneyland is your land.
Come seek an adventure at the old pirates, eh?
Make the jump to light speed.
Hi, I'm Amy.
And I'm TC. You know, having to spend the last 35 years looking at the PeopleMover tracks, which still wind themselves around Tomorrowland, has been a lot to ask of Disneyland guests if you ask us. So bringing these back is sure to be an extremely popular idea with longtime fans.
Sometimes referred to as the Goodyear PeopleMover, the Wedway PeopleMover was a transport attraction that opened on July 2nd, 1967 in Tomorrowland.
Guests boarded small trains that ran on elevated tracks for a grand circle tour above Tomorrowland. The term PeopleMover, now in wider use to describe many forms of automated public transport, was first coined as the name for this attraction.
Originally, Walt Disney saw the PeopleMover as a real-world application that could solve pedestrian traffic issues, and indeed, some versions of the technology do exist in practical applications at airports and similar places.
The version at Disneyland was sponsored by Goodyear, and it used tire drive to propel the cars forward at a constant pace, whereas the version at Walt Disney World, which is of course still in operation, uses magnetic induction.
It is expected that Disneyland will use modern attraction technology with the rebuild rather than either of the historically utilized methods. Newer tech will allow Disneyland greater control over the vehicles, increasing the safety of the ride, which did have serious and even fatal accidents in its past. And it's also likely to be a more affordable retrofit for what looks to be a very budget-conscious makeover of the land.
In 1977, the Superspeed Tunnel was added to the PeopleMover. It was located in the upper level of the Carousel building, which then housed America Sings. Race cars were projected on the walls of the tunnel all around the trains, and in 1982, the projections were changed to scenes from the film Tron, and the tunnel was announced as the Game Grid of Tron by the onboard audio guide.
The attraction ran from 1967 to 1995 before befalling tragedy. In a Tomorrowland 95 makeover that went for a Jules Verne steampunk design and look, the PeopleMover was closed and changed into the Rocket Rods, a much faster ride vehicle that attempted to zoom around the existing tracks.
But as Disney was reeling from the financial losses of a poor Euro Disney opening, they did not spend the money to rebuild the track, banking the curves as they should have. It both affected the ride, which has to speed up and slow down, and eventually it damaged the track, causing the ride to permanently close in 2000.
As you walk around Disneyland today, 35 years later, you can see the PeopleMover tracks connecting the main buildings of Tomorrowland, going through today's Buzz Lightyear's Astro Blasters, Star Tours, including the Star Trader, Space Mountain, and the Star Wars Launch Bay before heading off to weave up and around the monorail tracks over Autopia.
It's likely the PeopleMover will load at the central station in the Tomorrowland Plaza, as it used to. In fact, this station used to have the Astro Orbiters on its third level. It was awesome, but we don't expect the Astro Orbiters to change locations this time.
It's also been suggested that the new PeopleMover track will be slightly shortened, with the sections over the Submarine Lagoon and Autopia being removed.
The rumor was announced by Walt Disney World News today, which we think is a pretty credible source, so we have really high hopes that this favorite attraction could return. And if we had to guess, 2024-2025 would be the expected opening date.
It's hard to predict what else will change in the land, but information does suggest that whatever happens, it'll be very budget conscious, something we've heard before when talking about this land.
But what we think that means is most of the existing attractions will stay, only getting refreshed, plussed, or possibly reskinned. Let's take a look at what those might be and make some predictions.
So we personally think Star Tours will stay pretty much as it is. Though it makes sense to us to consolidate Star Wars properties to Galaxy's Edge, we don't think that's going to happen. It's still a popular ride, it can be easily updated, and it has good capacity.
Buzz Lightyear's Astro Blaster's future is a bit of a mystery. Lightyear, the movie, with its bad press and poor box office reception, could have affected a redesign of this ride, but we would have to imagine those plans are being reconsidered.
Other versions of this ride have been transformed into Marvel-themed attractions such as the Ant-Man and the Wasp Nano Battle, so this is possible, but Disneyland has yet to really bring the Avengers into Disneyland as opposed to DCA much at all. So personally, we don't think it'll change that much, just get a refresh.
There were pretty unfounded rumors going around that Space Mountain would be rethemed to Lightyear because it seemed the mountain was included in the background of the movie. Again, with the movie not performing very well, we don't see this happening.
Nor is there any reason to. It's easily one of the most popular rides in the park as is. If anything, we'd like to see additional seasonal overlays that give us a variety of experiences rather than a single permanent theme.
With the recent extensive work done on Finding Nemo's Submarine Voyage, we think that ride will be part of the new Tomorrowland pretty much as it is, so that really leaves two spaces that are calling out for major upgrades.
The Carousel Theater, currently the Star Wars launch bay, is a very large space equal in size to the Space Mountain show building. It will likely change into something new, hopefully a new rideable attraction.
And the Tomorrowland Theater that used to house Honey, I Shrunk the Audience and the incredible Captain EO. It needs a new and better use than as a preview space. It needs to be a full attraction.
Well, it's very exciting, and we hope we get lots of details this September at D23, which is not that far away.
Well, let us know what you think in the comments. Are you excited about the People Mover possibly coming back? We hope so.
Well, that's it for us today. We'll see you real soon, Mouseketeers.
See you real soon.